What's up guys, UDRC here. Welcome back to the channel. So today, I got the Vortec on the table today. So my servo went out. Last time I drifted, got into the water and stuff, and I think that's what did it. So the servo no longer have, I think it's like left steering or something. We double check it, but I tried to do a video, drifting video on it last week sometime, and just didn't work out. Didn't have any steering. Alright, so let me put the radio on. Actually, that's not even the radio. Hold on guys, 2 seconds. Alright, this is the radio. Alright, have all my radios labeled. See the bottom. Hopefully it's in the right direction. You can see it. So I know which car is which. But anyway, so radio on, turn the car on. Alright. So actually now it's giving me some kind of steering, but under power, the radio didn't have any steering. So either way, I'm gonna go and change the servo out, because again, I had no steering that day. But again, now it's no tires, no, tension on the steering component, so it looks pretty easy, but it actually didn't work. So either way, I'm changing the servo out, and that's what this video is about, guys. Changing this out. I'm gonna put a Powerhobby 29 gram, you can see it, servo in there. High speed, I'm sorry, 209 milligrams servo. Alright, so I'm going to put this Powerhobby servo in there, high-speed servo. Alright, check out the back. Hope it's not too bad of a glare, guys. Alright. Alright, this part number will be PH209MG. Alright. Metal gears, high voltage, high speed servo. Alright, cool. We go ahead and get into it, guys. So I bring you guys closer in, up into the action here. Alright. Okay. Alright, so steering servo is right here underneath the receiver box. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my tools and start taking it apart. I have not done a servo in these cars, in the Vortex, so this will be my first time doing it, and it's on camera, so I may mess up, just so you know. So it has 3 screws on top of the receiver box. Alright, get those loosened up. Alright, got the cover off. Alright, then you got your wires running through here. Got some rocks in there. Wires running through to the receiver down there. I assume I'll probably have to unscrew maybe those 2 screws in the bottom to get the whole box out, I'm guessing. So let me just go ahead and unplug the receiver, which will be channel 1 is always the receiver, and channel 2 would be your ESC that controls the motor and all that stuff. So there we go, this is channel 1 right here. Alright, let's get this a little out the way. Alright, now it is the stock servo that's in here. So again, I'm thinking I gotta remove these 2 screws right here, and maybe the whole assembly pops up. So I'm gonna give it a try, guys. Like I said, I'm not familiar with it. It's my first time doing that as well, so let's just see if that does anything. Again, I'll put my screws, keep all my screws together so I know where everything goes when it's time to put it back together. Alright, took those 2 screws out, and okay, so it looks like it will come loose. So I'll probably take this screw off here. That's on the servo horn, like one of the linkages. And I should be able to get everything out. So let's give it a try, guys. Took that 1 screw out the top and put it on the other side. And let's see. All right, well, okay, cool. So what's happening here, I have the receiver antenna also that's connected here. All right, so we can either just work on it right here and not have to worry about too much, or remove all the wires and all that good stuff. Knowing me, I'll probably just leave it for now. Do the the less work, least amount of work. So I'm gonna turn the car around a little bit so I can actually see the servo, and I'm gonna try to explain exactly what I'm doing here. So as you guys can see, there's 4 screws holding the servo down. I got a little rust here, and that was from that last time drifting in the snow. And I'll tell you, I'm not gonna do that again. I was actually gonna drift and it happened to start snowing, so I said, I'm just gonna go for it, but I'm not gonna do that again, believe that. All right, so I'm gonna take those 4 screws out, and then the receiver should just pop right out of there, right? So go ahead. All right, so it is a 2.5 for the screws on the receiver. The servo, and the other screws I took out, those should be a 2.0 bit size. All right, so here we go. Taking those 4 screws out right there, guys. 1. 2. 3 and 4. Now the stock servo is a 2075. It's a Traxxas 2075. That's the stock servo that's in the Fortec 2.0. This is a VXL version. We'll take the 4 screws out. Now you should be able to just pop the servo out just like that. You just pull the wires out. I already had disconnected, and here you go. Servo is out, guys. All right. So now that we have the servo out, so what I want to do is I want to transfer this part onto the new servo, and I'm hoping it just transfers right over without any issues. So let's see. Pop the new servo open. See if it transfers over really easily. And remember the orientation of the servo when you take it out. As in, you don't want to put it the wrong way, or stuff like that. All right, servo out. These servo comes with like new servo horns and all that good stuff. I believe it's like a 25 tooth. I'll show you what comes in it. So you get a new servo horn, 25 tooth servo horn, and you get some mounting hardware in there as well. All right. So let's see here. So I'll do it this way. All right. Let's see. Might be smaller. Hey guys, it's my first time doing the servo on this guy, so I'm learning as I go as well. You got some rocks in there, so I'm gonna shake that out of there as well. And the thing is too, before I'm just gonna put the servo, this horn on this to see if it works. But I would not recommend you mounting it up as of yet, because once you turn the car on, you want to make sure that your servo is centered, or else you could probably strip something out or damage something in there. So I'll basically just test fitting it right now, make sure it will work. So I'm just kind of putting it on there just to make sure the screw tightens down. And all right, so it does tighten down. Okay, so it does work. All right, so what I will try to do is mount everything else up first, and then try to put the servo horn on after. That could be a bit tricky, but we'll see how it goes, guys. All right, so again, I'm just gonna wipe this down a little bit. So my rag, make sure it's nice and clean. And I will be cleaning this car today. This car is super dirty. All right. And you put your servo back in just like that. All right. Then you put the screws back in, guys. You have to change out the bits back to the 3.5s. All right. Reverse the steps. I just snug it first. Once I put all the screws in, make sure everything lines up well, and then tighten everything down after. I'll put one on each side, at least it will hold it. It won't fall out. All right. The video may be a little long. I'm gonna try to keep it as short as possible with definitely information in here. Yeah, the Fortec is a pretty cool car, guys. Like I said, I was doing some drifting with it, which is great, but I actually got a new little project I'm gonna try out in terms of doing drifting with it. Stay tuned, that will be coming up. And there's nothing new, nothing fancy, it's just something I came across. So I'll show you guys that in a little bit. All right, so let me also have a brush. So I still like my wife makeup stuff, or use like little paint brushes. I'll use that as well to clean my cars. Like I got some rocks in there right now, so I'm using that to pretty much get a lot of that stuff off of there. Or even just to clean the car off like this, I do that as well. I have brushes that I use to clean the cars. All right. So now we got that dust off. Now to get the servo back in. So now I'm thinking, I'm not going to have the servo all the way locked in yet, because I need to get the servo centered and all that good stuff. So I'm gonna drop this battery in. That way we have power, so I can see if it's centered or not. Alright, now I have to plug the servo up also. Zip tie. Let's see, I'm actually forgetting to do that, guys. Alright. Run the wires through. Alright, nice and neat. Number one. Steering is always number one. like they say, one to turn, two to burn, guys. All right, so that's there. Turn the power on. Put the steering trim to the center. Stand servo does work. We hear that. And now we can place. So actually, I'm going to put this part on first, so that I know it's centered for sure when I put the other piece in. As in, I mean, it's my first time doing it. Maybe a better way to do it, but that's how I'm going to do mine. Rookie move. That's a rookie move on my part, guys. All right, got that there. Slide that in. And that's a 2. Got that down in there, guys. I'm not going to do it super tight. I want it to not bind up. I want it to be nice and free. All right. Okay. So now, I'm going to just try to see where it is on the centered location. Slide the servo horn on over it. This is a little rough setup. It's not like perfect, but just to have an idea where it goes. All right, so that's pretty much centered. So it popped on, so now I can just go ahead and lift, or also you can see that it turns. So I can go ahead and just lift it up. All right, so I'm gonna turn the car off also. Lift it up, and then I could just install the servo horn screw and secure the servo horn on, and then we are good to go, guys. Let's go ahead and tighten that up. Like that. All right. All right, so that is on there, guys. So now, go ahead and lock that. I'm trying to put the screws in for the receiver box so everything is nice and tight and locked in place. All right, so again, I put my screws to the side so I know which one goes where. So go ahead, install the 2 screws that's on the bottom. These 2 screws I showed you right here and there. And then just put the cover on and just retest everything, and we should be going with the servo replacement on the Fortec 2.0. I mean, it's probably shouldn't take this long to do it, but again, it's my first time doing the servo on the Fortec 2.0. You know, if you have a better way, definitely leave a comment, or a quicker way, or whichever. That'd be cool. But for those who have not done one, at least you have video to have a reference and, you know, a way of how to do it. All right, I'm going to just pull all the wires back up in here, tuck them in, and then put a cover on, guys. I should do another test, but I believe it's pretty good the way it is. All right, and then the cover goes right there, guys. Hold on. This new servo has a lot of wire compared to the stock ones. So I really gotta tuck the wires in on this Powerhobby servo. All right. Cool, I think that should do it. All right. And third. Okay guys, so that's pretty much it. Servo back on. Oh, it definitely sounded a lot stronger. And we got power, guys. So again, thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys on the next one.